Hello everyone, I'm back. Well, I can't even I'm living large or I'm living in luxury with this $35 a night hotel. But I can't even circle not even not even 1/4 of a circle around this apartment. Not apartment, this hotel without gang stalking. Now, a few days ago, um they had the same lady who I'm about to talk about. The mom, well, no, I'll say the daughter, because it was the grandma, daughter, and grandson. And so, it's gang stalking when the moment I walk outside and walk towards the other side of the complex, and then everybody just pulling up. Like you pull up right when I pass by. So what happened was like the other day, I'm try to be nice, friendly, say hi to pretty much everybody, but narcissistic control freak fake TI perps try to get mad at me and tell me to not be nice and say hi to everybody and tell me I deserve to get hurt or whatever. Like get hurt emotionally. So, but anyway, people can gang stalk in any any color vehicle, but at the same time, sometimes they use color harassment. So this is what happened. I said hello to them. Um, and the daughter with the son, the daughter had looked at me like I come from you know from a different like planet Mars or something. Um, so she just looked at me like I was really crazy. So then today, I saw it the other day. I'm like, wow, two cars sitting parked like right next to each other. One of them is an out of state has an out of state license, and they're parked right next to each other. Both of them are dark gray, and they both look like one car that my twin sister had in 2011, and then the car next to it was the car that she was the car I most recently knew that she had back in 2017. So both of those cars together, the same color, and well, and I'm like, well, wow. I'm pretty sure the perps know that me and my twin sister are on bad terms and not getting along, and then to like rub it in my face about me not having a car, two cars, one of her the older car, and the other one was the last one that I knew she kind of like the last one that I knew she had. Plus, the one that was the last that I knew she had was the same kind of car that Lanika drove by and laughed at me in 2017 on it was the biological mom Frances' 4th-year death anniversary on September 12th, 2017. She drove by in a car laughing at me. And I didn't know then, that she was a perp. So, Freemason Eastern Star. Yep. So, I'm like, why did they choose her to perp me? But anyway, and Lanika does have that personality of the type of person who would deliberately on purpose drive you to suicide and then laugh and think it's funny. Everything's funny to her. I have biological family like the brother Wyatt, and it seems like they'll try to get you to do it and then laugh and think that's funny to them. So Then, all right, I don't get directed conversation that much, but every once in a while. And sometimes they'll use like not a whole conversation, um, word for word that I've said, but I realize they sometimes talk about a different conversation and then just use one word or one phrase or one sentence, and then talk about everything else. So the same, all right, so I went and saw the two cars again for the second time. And I remember what I talked on the phone with another targeted individual who said he's a twin. And he said that they would use two different kinds, but the same color car, no, with the, parallel with the twins or whatever. And I'm like, but he mentioned, but I would see sometimes, like, I have pictures of four white vehicles all on the road. And it's like, how did all four white vehicles know that I was gonna be coming to the store? And I didn't like, and I would make a last minute decision to go to whatever store at the last minute or the last second. So anyway, this morning I went and saw the two cars, then went back and got my phone, and then took a picture of the two cars, and then, but immediately after I snapped the shot of the picture, I got kind of scared because I'm like, what if it was the cars of those ladies coming out? But it wasn't their cars. But I know they're perps, and I need to work on practicing to not be so fearful and trying to be strong and trying to boldly confront them. But I'm trying to lay low and can't confront nobody, can't put nobody on film because I don't want to get kicked out of here, banned from someplace else. I'm not harassing anybody. I'm just confronting y'all with y'all harassment, your organized criminal harassment. That's a felony. So gang stalking is a felony, which I caught on to the idea that gang stalkers are like the police or whoever, anything that they can get away with it. That's what they mean by you're a Freemason or whatever. You're free, you can do whatever you want because, excuse me, Aleister Crowley 777, do what thou wilt. So that's why I hate so-called Christians using 77, that new age occult evil 777. Or 333 666 or whatever, and y'all say y'all love the Lord. But it's like, just after I snapped the shots, the lady, the grandma, the daughter, and the little baby, hurry up and walk outside like the same, like almost immediately after I snapped the picture. They hurry up and were walking, and so then I was obviously in their way, so I moved over to the side when I was already walking ahead, and the grandma was telling the mother, because he needs to be admitted, and then I'm like, and then they turn around like this shocked, surprised look, like I wanted to so badly call them gang stalkers. Like, I know y'all gang stalkers doing directed conversation. So didn't my twin sister say she needs to be admitted, get help now, with her videos on her channel? So so it's like, how the hell strangers in a different building from staying in a different, like on the other side, adjacent from where I'm at, y'all don't stay in my building. How do you know anything? about anybody needing to be locked up or 5150 admitted to the mental hospital. I knew exactly what. I mean, I'm glad I didn't have my earphones in, and I heard, and I wish I would have did like a short video and done like a little perp walk, like my gang stalking perp walk. Well, I can't do that here either because I don't want like stars 15K to know exactly where I'm at and then call up the hospital. Like what happened? I mean, call up the hotel. Um, like I didn't want her to call up the hotel like she did that motel. You know, I almost was gonna accidentally slip out and say hospital. What am I talking about? But anyway, I didn't want um I didn't want her to try to call up and have them wrongful because then like yeah like when stars 15K told Vice handler yeah good on you for getting her kicked out of banned from hotels. So they Miss Mary lied and said I'm banned from all hotels in Pensacola. Come to find out that's not true. Why would you lie about that? Just say I'm banned from your hotel. And they had a lot of secrets to hide. I was asking them questions. I put them on film. Miss Mary was wearing a red shirt in that video, and she said, "You're crazy." She called me crazy on film. So when Miss Mary knew she's a Eastern Star, narcissistic as fuck and soulless. Like this lady is not Miss Mary from that Super 6 motel is not human. So so you know I didn't even confront those two ladies today. I mean I just went and the grandma looked because the grandma was like because he needs to be admitted and like and so then I was like and then she's like I wish I would have had it. I wish I could have gotten the freedom to have it all on film. But then some people were like, well, you don't have your evidence, so I don't believe you, or it's not on film, I don't believe you. But I'm uploading another video on my phone, and my storage space there's no room. So I had to come on the computer and talk about it. I mean, they have a lot of people on Twitter who don't really show pictures or anything like that. They just verbally tweet what they went through or tweet their experiences. And Madison's talking about that I lose all my credibility as a targeted individual. She like fake TI perps and regular perps. They falsely accuse real targeted individuals of saying that oh yeah everybody's a gang stalker except you, or everybody who disagrees with you is a gang stalker. Yeah, Stars 15K said that too. So you're not gonna be a targeted individual and to say the same things as a perp. Madison was totally on my side and being supportive of me. And then, like, how did you just flip like that? Or you've been fake the whole time? Because I never saw any pictures or videos of her, even if it's electronic harassment or whatever, I never saw any pictures. But she's seen enough evidence of my gang stalking and still gonna be like, well, your sister's right. You're not a gang stalker. You're just playing people. And just like, Madison, shut the fuck up. And I'm gonna keep talking about you. So, but the same girl, she would talk about Jesus. If Jesus fed people for free, why should other people charge money or something like that? She said, and she almost every day she would talk about we need universal basic income. Well, I'm not for universal basic income because I found out that universal basic income supposedly falls in line with the mark of the beast and economic slavery and Agenda 21, Agenda 2030. So I've knew that for quite a few years. Um, and so I didn't want this to be too long, even though I'm on my laptop now. So I just want to talk about this before I forgot. And I don't know. I wanted. I mean, because one more thing I want to say that today it finally rained after almost a month. We get actual rain or whatever. Maybe no. Maybe once when after I got here, may have it did rain the day I got here, October 6th. So it's like that's what the gang stalkers do. They stalk, follow, and harass you. And then it's made, when we put them on film and expose them, they make it like as if we're the ones following and harassing them. And they do stuff like cover their face or, they cover their face or try to duck, hide or whatever. And, or they threaten to call the police on you and stuff like that when you have the camera in their face. So I have previous videos. If anybody goes to the citizensaht.org website /targeted-humans or something like that, I'm gonna put the link in the description box. Y'all, please read the description box when you look at my videos. Not every video, but a lot of my videos, I put links other than my donation information. A lot of us targeted individuals do it, and video bloggers do it too. I mean, if YouTube rules, I have to make a certain amount of subscribers and ratings or something in order to be able to get to monetize my YouTube channel. I would love to monetize my YouTube channel. Because I see some other targeted individuals, they monetize their channel, but but some of them are the popular fakes though. But I didn't even have enough traffic on my blog. I didn't have enough traffic on my blog in order to get but I was advertising, and I didn't want to look like I was spamming, but I was advertising. And, I don't know if people were truly ignoring my tweets on Twitter or if I was being shadow banned. But I know definitely I've been shadow banned on Facebook, Instagram, and some other YouTube my comments on other channels videos. And so yeah, I don't get directed conversation that much, but I won't stop talking about y'all until you stop gang stalking me. That's what I said. How can you see enough evidence? Like somebody who calls herself Targeted California on Twitter, she says that she saw me have a lot of evidence. She said that she saw that I'm pretty good with documenting my evidence, but then she said, "Oh, if you're a real TI, you will unite with other TIs." I'm like, well, I've tried uniting with other TIs, but what happens is I'm blocked from everywhere, or if they develop, not all of them, but the majority of them who I've talked to, I haven't talked to many targeted people on the phone. They either glorify drugs or something, like glorify weed, like try to say, they'll say that, oh, smoking weeds helps my V2K go away, or or something like that. And they're like, you should try it. Oh yeah, that's another thing Madison said. Oh yeah, she tweeted on Twitter, you should go and sell weed. Um, but then she made jokes about herself selling weed. It seems like as if you see her tweets, I didn't realize, but she seems like she's high all the time, and it seems like she's just mocking targeted individuals. And it's like one thing I hate about the targeted individual community is the real are mixed in with the fakes, and I'm truly hated, and shut down. I'm forbidden to go to the rallies because I know that they're gonna act like they're gonna treat me how the gang stalkers do, but probably the fake Ti person and Madison herself even said that they are 10 times worse than us really struggling. But what's she doing now? Like she just flipped in a couple of seconds. So I'm gonna keep talking about it. So I can't go to the rallies. I can't go into the phone conferences. I never went into the phone conferences because it seemed like all my fake Ti perp enemies up in there. I never said everybody was a gang stalker or that everybody who has a disagreement with me is a gang stalker. But I've read up and researched gang stalk, like the gang stalking activity that matches up with what I already experienced. I mean, it matches up with what I already experienced. Um, I have pictures of endless amount of pictures of and videos of one headlights, funny headlights, and then they act stupid. Um, but you try to run over me with your car, and I try to chase after you and confront you about it on film, and then I'm the one who's harassing and following or bullying. They project and flip it, switch it, like y'all know what y'all doing. And as I said before, a lot of the fake Ti perps and perps are involved in evil organizations. Masons, Eastern Star, Satanism. I saw a female here on YouTube. She was attitude wise nice to me, but she was a Satanist, but I had to block her. And I'm like, But she said that she was a heavily targeted individual, but she's a freaking Satanist. I'm like, no way. So you're a Satanist, Mason, Eastern Star. You're a New Ager. You're a fake Christian narcissistic abuser, or and you know one of those, anything that's not of the truth. If y'all get what I'm saying. Or you might be a witch, warlock. Like you might say you're Wiccan. There's no such thing as good witches. I don't cast spells on people. Well, you might do voodoo or whatever. I don't cast spells on people. I just go about my life and mind my business. And I was advised and encouraged to gather evidence. So last night I got no sleep, and then I got a little bit of sleep in the middle of the night, and then I don't get V2K, but as I was gonna go to sleep, I heard what sounded like an electronic voice of what sounded just like my twin sister saying, "Spill it," like she said, "Spill it," and then I like jolted awake and got like really scared, and then later on, I started to go to sleep, and there was a different female voice that said, expand it, or something like that. And then it was another like sound like, wow, are these electronic voices beaming? But yeah, I don't get that much either. But I was getting a lot of pressure in my head last night, and between last night and this morning. And then at the top of my head, like right here, and a few other areas in the top of my head, it felt like as if somebody was trying to poke a needle, or try to slide a steak knife through my head, the top of my head and my scalp. And I just kept on feeling so much just pressure on my head. And I'm like, wow, I haven't experienced this kind of electronic harassment in a long time. And when I was living in Los Angeles, I didn't know that it was that what I was experiencing, that I was a targeted individual and experiencing, gang stalking and electronic harassment. But I remember more than once, it seemed like there's several different people's separate phone conversations all meshed in together all at once, and for like about 10 seconds. And that happened like more than once, like a few times, like 3 or 4 times. And I'm wondering what's going on, and I thought it was just simply cell towers or something. But I know that, like, I don't get this that much or all the time or whatever. So I know I do get remote neural monitoring and forced speech and stuff like that. And also I remember laying on the bed. I mean, no, that couch, that little sofa that I dumpster dived for, and I dumpster dived for the sofa. The neighbor was across the street or something, was throwing it away. And so one of the other neighbors, before they turned on me like vicious dogs, helped me bring it inside. That man, Mr. Winston. But that sofa, I was laying down, and I didn't realize that I was being electronically raped. And it was so intense. That was, I don't remember what year it was, but could have been in 2015, and I was living in Los Angeles. And yeah, the gang stalkers are satanic and perverted, like, and it's like they want to watch you do everything, and then they lie on you and say you're the pervert and the weirdo. You're the crazy, sick, obsessed pervert weirdo. Everything they do to you, they reverse it on you and lie and say that you do that. Like, Alex gang stalk and follow me around and harass me and stuff. And I have proof in numerous videos, over 20 videos or something. No, well, on my other channel, it would have been over 20. But I have several videos. I don't remember, but I have a lot of videos about Alex. Too many videos. And then Alex lies to the bus drivers and say I stalk and follow him. And that's what Lanika was doing. Make it to Rouse's before me. And I'm like, and I wouldn't even know. I'm just minding my business, going to the store. Next thing you know, she's there. And then one day she was there before I got there, and I passed by Waffle House, and she drove off and acted all scared, like, and hurried up and drove off. And I didn't know. It's like, wow, she hated me so much that she forfeited her entire meal just to avoid me. But I didn't realize she was doing what typical gang stalkers do: sit there and wait for you or something like that. And then when you pass, and then when you notice or pass by, or the moment I walk outside, that's when they drive off. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, but I need more answers and confirmation about, I know a lot of people say this is spiritual mixed with technology. Um, that girl's actually a gang stalker. So, a lot of people don't like to accept that their own relatives would participate in something so diabolical. Like, say if it was a a young man being gang stalked by his mother and his sister and stuff like that, and he would be ill to his stomach to realize, to come to acceptance that I cannot believe that my mom is or my sister is participating in this, or my or that my son is participating in this, or my nephew. And then some people, you'll be just the one scapegoat of the family, and everybody else is in on it. Everybody, and so I said I didn't want to make this video too long, so it's longer than I originally intended because I just wanted to talk about what happened outside and then just go on about my business. But it was raining outside, and we finally, and then this coming week we're supposed to get some rain, and wow, I'm enjoying it. It's like late October, and I'm enjoying this 80-degree weather. I really love it. I like it. The 80-degree weather, and so I'm not ready for the winter. Even here in Pensacola, I'm not ready for the winter, and so another thing I want to say before I go is I don't have a life. My life's stolen from me. So that's what I'm doing. Well, I'm bored. Me sitting here all day, I'm bored. I try to go take walks around the building, but I'm bored, and I got rid of social media like Twitter, and I figure it was unproductive to be on Twitter all day. But I was addicted to Twitter, but now I'm not on Twitter, and but still, I shouldn't do that. But like not log back in, but I'm able to see, well, if you know, see, like, if anybody's worried, where what happened to me or where I went or whatever, but or if they're concerned about me. But I'm glad a couple of people got my back and defended me, because I mean, this is a real treat, because I usually never have anybody have my back, and I have to go through all this and all these problems with people, and I'm never right. I'm always wrong, and the other person is always defended. I have like nobody on my side, and it's like it's like people but I'm surprised there were a few. I mean, I guess you have to be a compassionate, empathic, targeted individual in order to see what I'm truly going through. And it's like, what other I'm pretty sure there are other female targets doing that, forced to live on the streets. People are like, I don't see how you can do it. I got no choice. So forced to live on the streets, and against my will. I would prefer to work for my own money. Always strive for independence. Don't like being forced to depend on others, and forced to be on the streets and be, harassed by different people in the middle of the night, but the cops don't tell me that I can't exist on the streets here in Pensacola. So I'm going to stay here in Pensacola until I find housing, an opportunity of housing somewhere here in the South that's not west of Louisiana. But I don't like Western Louisiana either. Um, but I hate cold weather and I hate West Coast weirdos. Um, I've said that before. So I mean, even here in Pensacola, I won't be able to tolerate the doggone winter. I I'll be feeling like 60 degrees is too cold. It's too cold for me. I can't handle even 60 degrees of weather. So last I knew, I'm not anemic, and they always tell me my thyroid is normal and I'm not diabetic. Um, so it's like people. I mean, for me to go through sleeping on the streets, and then men hitting me with electronic weapons, and then want to monitor and watch me at my sleep spot while I pee, and then humiliate me and call me sick and nasty. Or if they cause me to force diarrhea, they vibrate my body and stuff like that. So some people say that, well, I'm here in this place right here, but it's scary being isolated and alone, and to die alone and nobody hears from you, nobody knows where you're at, but I don't want any perps to know where I'm at. But I would like, if anything happened to me, I mean, if anything happened to me where I get locked up in a mental institution, or if I'm dead, um, if I'm locked up in a mental institution or I'm dead, I would like for the TI, like other targeted individuals, the TI community, or people to know. I would hate to just disappear, and and that's scary, because I'm scared for this one person right now, that I still have not heard from her, and she was with her family, and she was crying out for help, and she said that, just like me, I said, I'm not asking for that much, but she said that she don't care, she just was trying to get $200 to get out of Florida. And I said, well, dog, like, and she wanted to get out of Florida because she didn't want her family to make more money sacrificing her in Florida. This stuff is real. Blood sacrifices, the occult and stuff like that is real. Numerous people have told me that, like, how numerous unrelated people have told me that I'm the scapegoat and black sheep of the family and hated by society because I'm the blood sacrifice for the family. And I heard that, like, I know I sin and make mistakes, but the idea that people call me a beautiful soul or a pure soul, and they said the same things about Aaliyah, that she was a beautiful soul or a pure soul and stuff like that. And people don't like to hear that, but they tell me I'm full of light, that they can tell I'm an angel. Well, I don't think I'm an angel, but they tell me, but thanks for the compliment, but I don't think I'm good enough to be an angel. But they tell me I'm an angel, and that they see light in me, in my eyes, and me as a person. And they tell me I'm a beautiful soul, or a sweet soul, gentle soul, and I'm emotionally sensitive, and trying to better my life spiritually, and just trying to get basic survival. And then they've had people who offered without me asking, but offered to make false promises, like that lady back in September. They offer to make, and they make false promises and then leave me hanging. Not that they're not obligated to do it, but don't promise to do something, and then when that time comes, then you go AWOL on me. That's all I'm saying. If you get it. So, thanks for listening, and I don't know, I'm bored with nothing to do. So I might do more videos. I was able to get a little more sleep later on this morning between 7 and 10 a.m. And I was able to get a little more sleep. And I had a weird dream, but I don't. Oh, I had a dream about another deja vu kind of like dream of being like riding under the Harvey Tunnel, which is part of New Orleans, Harvey, Louisiana, and passing by the foster grandma Mildred Collins' old house when we were little, and passing by that house and that church and stuff. Like I had a dream about that, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've dreamed something like this a few times before, like more than once before. Um, so, but I'm gonna go for real now, and thanks for listening, and bye bye.